Assalamu alaikum, my dear student of class 4. I hope you all are safe and sound by the grace of Almighty Allah, and Alhamdulillah, I am also fine. So here, you know that I am a Rabbi sir from Sector 4 branch of Milestone Preparatory KG School. So today this is our lecture number 36 of your IMS subject. So before going to studying our today's lecture, I will take a feedback from our previous lecture.
So my dear student, in our previous class we discussed chapter 2, that is Ibadat. In this chapter we discussed the creative question. We discussed two creative questions. Number one creative question was, what does Allah say about performing salat? Write the first things we should perform before starting salat. So that's our first question that we learned in our previous lecture. Okay. Second question was, what is Salatul Jumu'ah? Write about significance of Salatul Jumu'ah. So second question was, what is Salatul Jumu'ah? Write about the significance of Salatul Jumu'ah. So that's the second question. I also you also understand this two questions already discussed in our previous class. So that's our previous class topic. Okay.
So my dear students, so I have already finished the discussion of our previous lecture, so if I understand. So now I am going to discuss our today's lecture. So in our today's lecture, we will also discuss from chapter 3, that's Akhlaq. And from this chapter, we'll discuss the pages 44 to 47. And here we'll discuss two topics. That is first one is to behave well with the neighbors, and second one is nursing the patient. So my dear student, please get ready, take your book, and please give your attention. When I say to you to underline the line on the book, please underline it. And if I say to you to write down something on your copy, please write it. Okay? So get ready. Let's start our today's lecture.
So now we will discuss our today's topic. So my dear student, at first take your copy and write CW36, that is our total lecture number. Then write today's date in the right corner of your copy, and then write chapter 3. And the name is Akhlaq. Then write RP, that is reading practice, page number 44 to 47. And the topic name, to behave well with the neighbors and nursing the patient. So at first arrange your copy, write this thing on your copy. So my dear students, so you already understand that today we will discuss from chapter 3, and here we will discuss the topic that is to behave well with the neighbors and nursing the patient. Okay. So my dear student, at first I will discuss about Akhlaq. What is Akhlaq? Okay. So at first look, Akhlaq is an Arabic word. The conduct or character of human being is called Akhlaq. So if you understand what is called Akhlaq. Now, why we will learn about Akhlaq? That's the question. Okay. So look, because Akhlaq has great importance to lead a happy life. So to lead a happy life, there is so importance on Akhlaq. Okay. Because if your Akhlaq is good, if your character is good, you can lead a happy life. All the beautiful conduct like speaking the truth, showing respect to parents, behaving well with neighbors, nursing the sick, all belongs to good character. Okay. If you understand. Now we'll discuss the topic behave well with the neighbors. Look, those who live around us are our neighbors. Co-passengers of the bus, the train, the lounge, the steamer are our neighbors. The hostel mates in a hostel are also like the neighbors to a hostel border. Now my dear student, if I ask you what is called neighbors or who are the neighbors, that will be our answer. So please underline this thing. Underline this sentence on your book. Okay. So we'll behave with the neighbors. We'll exchange greetings with them. If anyone is hungry, we'll give food to him. If any neighbor is hungry, we'll give food to him. Our great Prophet ﷺ said, "The man will not be a mu'min who eats with full belly, but his neighbor is hungry." That means you should pray your prayer 5 times, but your neighbor is hungry and you eat with full belly, but that time you cannot be mu'min. That's why you should look after your neighbors. If they're hungry, you should give them food. You should share your food with your neighbor. Okay? That time you will be mu'min. So you should remember this hadith. Okay? If you understand. When our neighbors are ill, we'll give them nursing. We'll help them at the time of danger. We'll not close his path for communication. We'll be happy with his happiness and we'll be sorry with his sorrow. We'll not throw rubbish here and there. We'll not listen television or radio cassette with high sound, which cause difficulties for neighbors. Here we understand that we should open the up for the communication of our neighbors, and we should share our happiness and sorrow with among ourselves. Okay, and we should not do any work for that reason our neighbor will face any difficulties. So we should be careful about that, and we will always behave well with our neighbors. So we will not quarrel with the neighbors. We will not do any harm to them. We will not envy with them. We will live all together. As a result, our environment will remain beautiful. So we live all together, there will be peace and happiness. Our environment will remain beautiful. Happiness and joy will prevail there. Allah will be pleased with us. The heathen will be rewarded in hereafter. If we quarrel and envy with neighbors, Allah will be angry and displeased. So we shall not get peace in this world, but also in the next world. The great Prophet ﷺ says, the man will not enter the heaven for whose oppression and bad conduct his neighbor are not safe. This is very important hadith. Please remember this one. The great Prophet ﷺ says, a man will not enter the heaven for whose oppression and bad conduct his neighbors are not safe. That means if you perform salat 5 times, if you are fasting, if you give zakat, if you perform hajj path, your neighbors are not safe from your oppression and from your bad conduct. That time you will not enter the heaven. Okay, so you have to be careful about that. You have to be serious on that. Okay, so if you understand. If a neighbor dies, we shall go to his house. We'll console everyone in the house. We'll show them sympathy. For their loss. We'll participate in janaza prayer. We'll behave well. If the neighbors are Hindus, Buddhists, or they belong to any religion, we'll also behave well with them. That means whatever religion of our neighbor, that doesn't matter. We should behave well with them. We should not harm them. We'll behave well with all kind of neighbors that Allah will be pleased. The great Prophet ﷺ says, a man is the best one amongst you, who is the best one to his neighbors. That means if you are best to your neighbors, if your neighbor is pleased with you, then you are the best and Allah will be pleased with you. Okay, so if you understand. So we will behave well with neighbors, we will help them at the time of danger, we will give them nursing for their illness, we will not quarrel with the neighbor, we will not quarrel with them, we will not harm them, we will live together with them and make peace among them. Okay, so this way we can create happiness and peace in our environment. Okay, and we lead a happy life. So everyone will behave well with the neighbors. Okay, if you understand the topic. Now, my dear student, let's watch a video on the topic. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy the video. So let's watch the video, please.
Omar and Hannah, being good neighbors.
Omar, Hannah,
Yes, Mommy.
could you help me with something?
Sure.
Please give these fruits to our neighbors.
Neighbors?
Our neighbors are Ustaz Musa and also the Johnsons because they live really near to us.
Oh. Let us be good neighbors, let us be polite. Neighbors for our love, neighbors to our right. Neighbors in the back, neighbors in the front. We're neighbors, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, Ustaz Musa.
Walaikum assalam, what's going on?
Mommy sent us here with some food for you.
That's very nice of you. Come on, let's go.
Where?
Let us visit Mr. Johnson where he stays.
Is he okay?
Mr. Johnson isn't feeling well today.
Oh no! Let us hurry then, Ustaz. Yes, we will go right away.
A few more moments if I may.
What for?
I would like to bring a little food to cheer him up.
We should be kind to our neighbors and be kind to everybody, and Allah will love us all.
Let us be good neighbors, let us be polite. Neighbors to our left, neighbors to our right.
Neighbors in the back, neighbors in the front.
We're neighbors, everyone. Hello, Mrs. Johnson, good day to you.
Hello everyone, good day to you too.
Mommy sent us here with some food for you. And Mr. Johnson, too. How are you, sir? We heard you're sick and you're not feeling very well.
You're so kind.
So we brought some healthy food to make you well.
Thank you.
Do please drink this right away. Yes, please eat this right away.
A few more moments if I may.
Why wait?
First I want to slice the apple into smaller bites.
We should be kind to our neighbors and be kind to everybody.
And Allah will love us all. Alhamdulillah.
My dear student, our next topic is nursing the patient. Look at here. In our house, we have parents, grandparents, brother and sister. We have neighbors around our house. We have classmates in the school. We have relatives and playmates. Someone of us suffer with fever and different kind of illness. Sometimes we become sick. Sometimes we can become sick. Okay, our body becomes weak and we feel helpless. When your body becomes weak, that time you will feel helpless. And we feel bad enough if we suffer with fever. So I think who is suffering from fever knows what's the pain, how bad they feel. We do not feel oil to eat anything. So at the time of fever, you don't feel oil to eat anything. Okay, so if you understand, you lost your taste when you are suffering from fever. We need medical treatment and we need to call doctors. We need nursing. Pouring water in the head needs for the fever. So the person who has fever, he needs pouring water in the head. If the fever is severe, the entire body needs to expunge with wet cloth. That means we have to expunge, we have to whip our body with wet cloth. And they should use medicine with advice of doctor. So when doctor will come, they will give advice of medicine, we should take them. The ill are to be given nursing, and the ill person should be given nursing by the person who is okay, and the illness will recover, inshallah, and patient will be cured. So if the ill person get proper treatment and nursing, that time they will recover, inshallah, and the patient will be cured. So now if I ask you what is called disease or illness, what you will see? So look at the answer. Disease or illness is a test which comes from Allah. The patient are to be given nursing and provided with medical facilities. The great Prophet ﷺ used to give nursing to the patient. He said, give nursing to the patient. If I ask you, what did our Prophet say about nursing the patient? And the answer will be, he said, give nursing to the patient. Okay, so if you understand. Now, we'll learn a story. Know a story on nursing the patient from your book. Look at a picture. If you look at the picture, we can see that a small boy, I think his mom is sleeping and he's standing with a glass of water or maybe medicine. That means you understand that the boy give nursing to his mother. His mother is suffering from illness. Okay, I think that's the story. Look, Fuad is a good boy. Once his mother suffered from severe fever, there was none in the house. If you look at the picture, there is no one in the house, only Fuad and his mother. So he called doctor for his mother. The doctor tested his mother and said, "Oh Fuad, pour water in your mother's head. Then let her take this medicine timely. She will be cured, inshallah." So that time doctor come and advised some medicine and advised the Fuad to give water on his mother's head. Okay. Fuad lets his mother to take medicine timely. He poured water in her head regularly. He prayed to Allah for his mother's recovery, and his mother became cured by the grace of Allah, and Fuad thanked Allah. Here you understood that this story. Fuad at first he called the doctor. Doctor advised him some medicine, and Fuad that time he gave the medicine regularly to his mother. Also, he also prayed to Allah for his mother's recovery. That means if we become ill, we will take medicine also, and we should pray to Allah for our recovery. And after that, in this story, we see that when Fuad's mother cured by the grace of Almighty Allah, then Fuad thanked Allah. Okay, so if you understand. So, dear student, now we'll already discuss our today's topic. Now, we'll discuss some difficult word from our today's topic. Let's see. Number one is envy, that means jealousy. And next one is prevail, that means persuade. Next one is console, that means pacify or equate. Next one is expanse, that means weave. Okay, so these difficult words to learn in our today's topic. Now we're going to discuss the broad question answer from our today's topic. Here we'll discuss two BQ from your book that is related to our today's topic. This BQ number 6 is first. That means at first we'll discuss the BQ number 6. That is, who are neighbors? How should we behave with the neighbors? So in this question there is two part. Now we'll see the answer. Let's see. Now, let's see the answer of the first part. Who are the neighbors? Look, those who live around us are our neighbors. Co-passengers of the bus, train, launch, steamer are also our neighbors. Now let's see the answer of the second part. How should we behave with the neighbors? How should we behave with the neighbors are given below. Number one, if our neighbors are ill, we'll give them nursing. Number two, if we'll help them at the time of danger. If any neighbor fall in danger, we'll help them. Number three, we will not quarrel with the neighbors. We should not quarrel with the neighbors for any reason. Number four, if a neighbor dies, we shall go to his house and console everyone. And if our neighbor is Muslim, we should perform in their janaza prayer. Number five, we will not envy with them. And number six, the great Prophet ﷺ said, the man will not enter the heaven for whose oppression and bad conduct his neighbor are not safe. So that's why we should behave well with our neighbors. Okay, so that's the answer of our question number 6. I hope you understand. Now we're going to discuss our next question, that is BQ7 from your book. That is, what Fuad did when his mother was sick. So in our topic, we'll learn a story. We read a story on Fuad. How did he serve his mother in her fever? So from here we'll write the answer. Look at the question again. What Fuad did when his mother was sick? Now look at the answer. Fuad is a good boy. Once his mother suffered from severe fever, there was none in the house. He called a doctor for his mother. The doctor tested his mother and said, Fuad, pour water in your mother's head. Then let her take this medicine timely. She will be cured. And Fuad lets his mother to take medicine timely. He poured water in her head regularly. He prayed to Allah for his mother's recovery. His mother became cured by the grace of Allah, and Fuad thanked Allah. So that's the answer of this question. That means you have to write the story from your book as the answer of this question. So if you understand. Yeah. So that's our 2BQ from our book, if you understand that I discussed. So my dear student, we already finished the discussion of our today's topic. Now I'll take a short feedback on our today's topic. So here I'll ask you some question. You have to give me the answer. Look at our first question. Now if I ask you, who are our neighbors? What will be the answer? If you all know the answer. So can I tell you the answer? Yes. The answer is, those who live around us are our neighbors. Co-passenger of the bus, train, launch and steamer are our neighbors. So if you understand. Second one, tell at least 3 duties that you have to follow for the neighbors. So here you have to tell at least 3 duties that you should follow for your neighbors. What is the answer? Okay, let me tell you. Number 1 is we'll behave well with the neighbors. Number 2, we'll try to give food if anyone is hungry. Number 3, you can write help them when they're in danger. Okay, so these 3 you can write, or you can write another duty by yourself. There are so many duties. I just say only 3 among them. If you understand. Number 3. Now, if I ask you, what is the taste come from Allah? The question is number 3. What is the taste that come from Allah? So can you give me the answer? So if you all know that, the answer is disease or illness is a taste which comes from Allah. What is the answer? Disease or illness is a taste which comes from Allah. What will do if anyone is sick? If anyone is sick, what will do? What will do for him or for her? So if anyone is sick, first we'll call the doctor. We'll give the nursing and whatever medicine doctor advises, we'll provide that. Okay, and also we'll pray to Allah for his or her recovery. Okay, that will thing we'll do for a person who is sick. Okay, so if you understand. Next one is, what should we do when any of your neighbors dies? If any of your neighbors dies, what will do? What is the answer? If you understand. If a neighbor dies, we will go to his house, we'll console everyone in the house, and we'll show them sympathy. If our neighbor is Muslim that time, we'll perform his janazah prayer. Okay? If you understand. So that's all feedback. If you understand. Now, my dear student, now go to your homework. Today there is no written homework. Just your job is read page 44 and 46 and write the question that you discuss, BQ question 6 and BQ question 7. BQ 7. So please learn this through question and read the page 44 and 47. Whatever is said, whatever understood, learn that. And read properly so that you can keep the answer of any matching, of any short question answer, of any fill in the blanks from this topic. Okay, so if you understand.
So my dear student, I hope you understand what we discussed today in our today's lecture. Okay, so please learn that at your home. And that's for today. So I hope you are enjoying my lecture. Thank you so much. So see you in my next class. Allah Hafiz. Take care. Assalamu alaikum to all of you.